Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Common Sense, the Grippo Effect podcast. I'm your lovely host, Josiah Bola Hilaire. All right, so this is gonna be a short episode today because I got shit to do today. But we already know where I stand on relocating and why it's bad. I shared with you some of my experiences, and let me just say, Gianni, you're making a serious mistake in your quote unquote so called relationship. I see the red flags. Don't do it, man. Dirty Diana, don't do it. So this is the thing. So I was talking to another ex-girlfriend who we almost relocated to be with each other, but so this is the thing, the realities of closing the gap. All right, so this situation happened years ago. I was in college. I was in a long distance relationship with another chick at the time. We were compatible. We would see each other every few weeks. We got along really well. Mind you, again, she was in Jiu-Jitsu. Isn't it ironic how all of my ex-girlfriends are in Jiu-Jitsu? So we would see each other every few weeks. She would crash at my place. I would crash at her place. But this is the issue. So when it came time to for discussion for closing the gap, this is the real issue. Okay, so we loved each other, but then she was not going to relocate, and I was not going to relocate. At the time I was in college, life, employment, family. I had a strong support system. She had a strong support system too. Her jujitsu, family, friends. Um, and this is the thing that people don't tell you about when closing the gap. You really gotta have serious conversations. Like, who's gonna be the breadwinner? Who's gonna move to where? Who's gonna move to where? Um, like, how is this gonna work out? This is some real shit that people don't talk about, and sometimes people don't close the gap due to commitment issues. Some people don't close the gap due to they're not comfortable relocating, and that's fine. And be prepared. If ladies, gentlemen, listen to me. If you're really having the discussion of closing the gap, and if your partner says they're not going to relocate, and if you're still trying to persuade them and they still don't back down, respect it, and and if they do the same thing to you, and if you don't back down and say, look, I'm not relocating, they gotta respect that. Um. So, anyways, my ex and I, we were that close to relocating, but we didn't. Um, but that's realistic too. And people don't relocate because they're fine with where they're at, and sometimes they have different life goals. That's realistic too. I'm gonna say, Gianni, you're making a serious mistake, dog. You really think Dirty Diana is really going to drop everything she has in her life in Canada? Gianni, you know she's a head coach at Mitsu Studios in Canada. She teaches a women's only self defense class in Canada. You really think she's gonna drop that, her income, her seminars, not seminars, excuse me, her sponsorship, her income, her family, her friends, her training, her ecosystem, family, friends, her lineage? You really think she's gonna drop that all for you? If you really think that, Gianni, you are sadly mistaken. And Dirty Diana, if you really think that Gianni's gonna drop everything he has, like the same thing, family, friends, lineage, sponsorships, all that for you, then you are sadly mistaken and you're a fucking moron. Um, yeah, don't do it, guys. Ladies, gentlemen, listen to me. From experience, listen to me. Do not relocate for your. Don't do it. Like, this is real shit. I see the red flags in Gianni's so-called relationship. I see it, but I do not approve of his so-called relationship. And the reason why I'm talking about it is because we're trying to save lives and we're trying to prevent people from making like serious life-changing decisions that could ruin their lives in the future. And Gianni, man, you really making a serious mistake, dog. You're making a serious mistake. Um, don't do it, Gianni. Dirty Diana, listen to me. You look happy as hell in Canada. You're a nomad. You travel around the world and you train with the best. Why would you literally sacrifice your freedom, your independence, your income, family, friends, sponsorships, training, coaching? And why would you disrupt your ecosystem? And why would you disrupt your own training for somebody who's not going to sacrifice anything for you in return? And this is nothing against Gianni, but let's be real. He's not going to sacrifice anything for you in return. Let's be real. And Gianni, vice versa. I'm going to ask you the same thing. Why would you sacrifice family, friends, sponsorships, and everything that you have for somebody who's not going to sacrifice anything for you in return? Dirty Diana is not going to sacrifice anything for you, Gianni. I'm telling you from experience, don't do it. Like, Gianni, stay in Jersey. Dirty Diana, stay in Canada. Don't, we really trying to save lives here. Like, I'm telling you from experience, don't do it. Don't do it. And yes, so what if you guys do stuff together? Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. So what if you guys do stuff together? So what if you guys spend a lot of time together? Visiting and living are two different things. And I'm telling you, Gianni, you're making a serious mistake, dog. And I see the red flag. I'm going to continue talking about you and your so-called relationship because we really trying to save lives. Yeah, we really trying to save lives. But ladies and gentlemen, don't do it. If you're in a situation where you're seriously considering relocating, ask yourself this question. Why am I sacrificing everything and literally losing everything for somebody who's not sacrificing anything for me in return? Why is it that I have to lose my position while they keep their position, their status in their hometown, while I have to leave my own hometown for them? That's not right. And to me, that's a big red flag. But yeah, I said what I said. Gianni, you're making a serious mistake in your so-called relationship. I'm getting the fuck up out of here because I got shit to do. I'm out. Peace.